Neuroendocrinology gives behavioral neuroscience, science of sex. From a scientific standpoint, unexplainable romantic attachment in women is driven by a powerful neurochemical cocktail that rewires the brain's reward, stress, and attachment systems around a specific partner. Here's the exact biological breakdown of how this attachment forms, how quickly it cements, and the timeline required for the brain to heal after a separation. 1. The chemical cascade of physical intimacy. When a woman engages in sex, orgasms, and close physical proximity with a male partner, her endocrine system and brain chemistry undergo a massive shift across three specific layers: sex and proximity. 1. Oxytocin, the glue, calms fear, builds blind trust. 2. Dopamine, the reward, creates intense cravings and addiction. 3. Serotonin drop, induces obsessive looping thoughts. Oxytocin, the bonding glue. During physical touch, prolonged eye contact, and especially orgasm, the hypothalamus floods the female body with oxytocin. From an evolutionary perspective, women are biologically wired to release higher baseline levels of oxytocin during intimacy than men, whose bonding hormone, vasopressin, is temporarily suppressed by testosterone surges after sex. The effect: oxytocin directly downregulates the amygdala, the brain's fear and threat detector. It temporarily suspends critical judgment and skepticism, producing an unexplainable feeling of safety, blind trust, and intense psychological attachment, even if the partner is a poor choice logically. Dopamine and norepinephrine, the reward system. Intimacy spikes dopamine, activating the brain's mesolimbic pathway, the exact same reward circuitry hijacked by highly addictive substances. The effect: the brain registers the partner as a primary survival mechanism, like food or water. The sudden rush of norepinephrine creates physiological arousal, a racing heart, and hyperfocus, making the woman highly motivated to seek out that specific partner again to satisfy the craving. The serotonin drop, obsessive loop. During intense physical and romantic connection, a woman's serotonin levels drop sharply, reaching depleted states identical to individuals diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. The effect: this drop is the direct biological culprit behind intrusive thoughts, endless daydreaming, and the inability to stop mentally replaying moments with the partner. 2. The timeline. How long does it take to bond? The timeline operates on two distinct biological levels: immediate chemical spikes and long-term neural entrenchment. Instantaneous bond, minutes. At the neurochemical level, a single intimate encounter or orgasm triggers an immediate, heavy spike of oxytocin and dopamine. Research indicates that oxytocin levels peak around 40 minutes post-intimacy, generating an immediate, temporary feeling of deep connection. Neural entrenchment, weeks to months. For an unexplainable structural bond to lock in, intimacy must be repeated over 2 to 3 months. Over this period, the brain builds physical neural receptors for oxytocin and dopamine, tailored to that specific partner's scent, touch, and voice. The brain physically remaps its nervous system to count on that partner for its emotional and chemical baseline stability. 3. The timeline. How long to heal after separation? When a separation occurs, the brain undergoes a process identical to chemical drug withdrawal. The sudden removal of the partner triggers a massive drop in dopamine and oxytocin, accompanied by a toxic spike in cortisol,